In 1991, A.J. Foyt, often considered to be the greatest driver in IndyCar history, was in the process of recovering from terrible leg injuries that he received in a crash at Road America the previous year. There was a chance that Foyt would be unable to walk again. In spite of this, Foyt had the goal of returning to the cockpit in 1991. He would be able to do so and would compete in a partial season.
And 2 cars into the wall. It looks like Kevin Cogan down to the inside, and perhaps Roberto Guerrero. Very hard to tell. Is that the 20 or the 40 car? From the helmet, I would say Guerrero. Indeed it is. Roberto Guerrero and Kevin Cogan tangled.
It's good to see Guerrero getting out, Paul. Look how badly the car's bent up. He hit pretty hard.
Remember, Guerrero had a terrible crash here a few years back that really interrupted his career. He was hurt in the head. He was in a coma for many days. It's good to see him out and okay here.
Roberto Guerrero climbs out of the car. These cars can take some incredible punishment. They are designed with so much safety in mind.
That's one of the Alpha cars now. One of the 2 Alpha cars in the race Roberto's driving.
And of course the other one is driven by Danny Sullivan. So a star-crossed day for the Alfa Romeo team.
And A.J. Foyt with his hand up indicating
he was in the crash. Look at the left front. The wheel is not making contact with the road.
Not at all.
He's damaged that suspension.
And that looks to be rather permanent damage.
Yeah, in fact,
Bobby, can that be repaired at all?
No, there's no repair there. That's going to be permanent, Paul. Like you said, that's probably going to put him out.
It began with a spin in 1958. It ends after a crash in the pit area as A.J. Foyt climbs out for the last time. The car now starts its lonely trip back to the garage area and gasoline alley.
You see that little rod sticking up there? You can see that's part of the steering, Paul.
Now A.J. out of the car is with Jack Arute.
Well, A.J. Foyt, the car is battered and bruised, but you've come back here and you waved to the crowd as you went around. Was that a special moment for you? Were you saying goodbye?
Well, I don't know. I was very sad. I thought we'd do good, but we had something malfunction in the pits or we wouldn't have been back there. We was kind of playing it cool. We tried for the lead and didn't get the lead at first, so we just wanted to run the race where we had it planned, and everything was going good till we had our pit stop. I don't know what happened.
Well, that was an air wrench that malfunctioned on the left front of the car, and they were working on it, but you maintained your composure and you went back out. What are your thoughts right now when you see this, the possibility? Is it the end for you?
I don't really know what I'm going to do. Everything's going through my mind right now.
When you had a chance back in 1961 to talk to Ray Haroon, you asked him, when did you know that it was time to quit? Because he quit when he was in his mid-30s.
He said it'd come to you.
Has it come to you?
Well, not really. But I make a statement or commitment. I usually try to live with it.
Paul, he wants to keep the option open.
And I'm sure were he to commit to retirement, the fans would not hold him to that promise. There it is. Now let's look at the cars that are running just behind.
Imagine the guys trying to dodge all the tires.
And A.J. was caught by debris. He actually had the car well down under control. Take a look now. All right, now watch A.J. Foyt's car. It's the black car on the inside. And Sam, a piece of debris right there. And see that debris bouncing in front of A.J.'s car?
That debris is a tire. Oh, he hit a tire and hit it hard, Paul.
It's almost too small, Bobby, to be a tire. It looks like another part of the wheel assembly. Perhaps the brake caliper or something. Whatever it was heavy, and it did incredible damage to the front end of A.J.'s car. And there's A.J. Foyt. As he comes to the end, oh, look at that. Motor, telltale smoke at the back of the car. Motor, turbo, somewhere there. Boy, what a rough time he's having.
And what an ovation he got from this crowd when he was introduced just minutes before the start of the race.
We'll see what happens when he rolls around here. Tremendous crowd here in Milwaukee. Rick Mears, by the way, has rolled back into the pits. Michael Andretti, the leader of the race.
AJ is back in another time.
I think he's probably had about enough.
Worked his way to 13th position at one time in the event with car number 14. Wants him to crank it back up. Get back out here.
And there is A.J. Foyt, who came out of the pits fairly slow and And yeah, he's coming back up. He was in the pits for a little bit of time.
And another great name out of the competition, Jack, is A.J. Foyt. Motor problems, A.J.?
Well, we're not really for sure. You know, the car tied up real bad coming off of 2, and 3 or 4 laps before that, I was up on the guys, you know, get by them. It kind of popped and missed a little bit. We're not for sure. It's something tying up in the motor or something electrical. We're not really sure. We just didn't want to take a chance of, you know, tying up the motor and having a crash out there.
Is this going to be A.J. Foyt's last 500?
Well, I wouldn't say it's going to be my last 500, but it's over with today. And like I said, it's a shame we fell out. The car was performing beautiful. Looked like my crew got their act together on the pit stops. You know, everything worked good. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
We hope we see you again, A.J.
Well, you never know.
Thank you. Paul?
Thank you. Not just you, Gary, but a couple of million race fans worldwide. I think we're going to see him back at the Indianapolis 500. Trouble is, Bobby, you're going to have to throw another goodbye party for AJ. It's going to get expensive.
That's for sure. And you know what? I think I kind of wish we had a time machine. We could back him up for about 30 years and let him race like he used to race. I think that'd really be good.
AJ Foyt coming in from some service from his team. By the way, Mike Groff has been hanging around there most of the weekend and is in the Foyt pits today. And this is not routine.
This is not routine. It's not a good sign when they don't put that fuel hose in. There's no urgency here. AJ, we see the seat belts appear over the side of the cockpit. His day is over.
Not only do we question the day, but now with AJ Foyt, you must wonder every time when he puts his hands down on the side pods, is this the last time that we will see AJ Foyt step from the cockpit of a race car after his incredible career with 67 IndyCar victories, 4 Indianapolis 500 wins. AJ has indicated an interest in racing Indianapolis next year, but only an interest. You see, he's frustrated with this run as the crew tries to calm him. Could this be the last time on the mile for this mile master? 33 mile wins in his career. He's only finished twice out of 8 races thus far this year, but let me tell you, you're looking at the best, the grand champion.
It was Jeff Andretti that got...
Well, yeah, he's all over the goddamn track. You don't know where the hell he's going.
And it was suspension problem that...
Yeah, I kept from knocking him through the goddamn wall. I'm tired of this shit. Got people out there that shouldn't even be in the goddamn race car.
Well, you talk about emotion. There's the vintage A.J. Foyt, Paul.
Almost circa the confrontation at the start of the Indianapolis 500 with Kevin Cogan. But the emotion that AJ feels so strongly there is also the emotion that carried him to championships. As AJ Foyt climbs out of his race car.
AJ Foyt started 8 races in 1991 and got a best start of 2nd place at Indianapolis. However, he did not have as much luck in finishing races, as he only did so twice and got a best finish of 13th at Meadowlands. Foyt would not score any points during the season and was ranked 32nd in the final standings.